a big, big event. Amy, are you as excited as I am?
I cannot wait to get started. We are here with Navee in beautiful, beautiful Northern California, Silicon Valley to be exact, and we are actually at the Computer History Museum. What better place to launch this incredible global technology brand than at this iconic location?
So they are celebrating 2,000 years of history, but really this is more of a global brand launch, a whole bunch of new products from Navee, including land, sea, and air. They truly have no limits. So Amy, why don't we tell them a little bit about what brought us here? We've been working with Navee for a long time, but they've really stepped up their games with the new scooters, the new seaplanes, and everything else that they have coming out.
Yes, I can't wait. We have been obviously covering Navee and all of their incredible e-scooters for years. They are our favorites. They are the most impressive, and they are some of the most popular in the entire world. Navee obviously is a Chinese brand, and they are huge, huge, huge in the East, but they've also branched out again globally.
Yeah.
They're launching into new markets every day, and they are having enormous success. I'm talking already a top 3 brand in Europe for e-scooters and the #1 fastest growing e-mobility company in all of Europe. And I'm pretty sure that they're going to be taking over North America and even South America next.
Yeah, this is a very exciting time to be associated with Navee. And I personally cannot wait to share all the details. In about 15 minutes, they're going to be kicking it off with some live presentations. They've got that new Ultra X scooter, and yeah, everybody is super excited. We had everyone associated with this. Amy, who was one of the fellows associated with this?
Well, they were just showing off kind of all of the Hall of Fellows here in the Computer Science Museum, and of course, Jensen Huang is a huge one, the CEO of Navee, of course.
Yeah. Crystal points out,
right
she
there
said,
behind
oh,
us.
right back there, this is Navee's first global brand event. She just left us a comment. Hello, Crystal, thank you for joining us. Yeah, the comment, let's see if I can turn them back on our screen here. Sometimes they just disappear real quick. So yeah, very exciting.
So yeah, I'm really, really excited. Obviously, we just got to, Adam got to test out the UT5 Ultra X. It's his second time getting to ride this. We actually got to ride it at CES as well a couple weeks ago, but really, really exciting that they have that here today. Obviously, e-scooters, that's what we think of when we think of Navee, but we are trying to, really expand past that and learn all of the things that they are going to be talking about in the launch today. Spoiler, one of them is actually like a mobile home.
Wow.
One of them is an exoskeleton. Like
an exoskeleton?
Yeah, that you wear, when you're hiking or you're mountain climbing.
Yes.
We've got some like flying wave runner kind of situation.
Yeah, it's like an electric seaplane.
Yeah.
They've got the demo model here that they're going to show off during the presentation, so you're going to want to stick around for that.
It looks really, really cool.
Yeah.
So many things to look forward to in the future. Again, mobility that goes past just your typical urban commuting, your e-scooters, your electric dirt bikes. They do things that are great for commuting, but also things that are great for off-roading. And
Right.
as we've seen with these new models of scooters and dirt bikes going on, they're really great for both. So
Yes.
whether you are just commuting to and from work, or you're trying to get around town,
Right.
save a little bit of money that way, you can also take these really, really fun devices out in the desert, for example, or out in the mountains, on the beach, and have a ton of fun with them. I think typically before you kind of had to choose a lane, which one you wanted. Do you want your boring commuter? Do you want your cool off-road? Now I think Navee's making it possible that you can have everything in one package.
Absolutely. And if our audience will let us know if they can see us okay, we're just making sure that these brand new microphones are working fine. But yeah, very exciting. They've got so much going on. I actually got a chance to walk through the Computer History Museum, and it really gives you a walkthrough. But something fun they have downstairs are those retro games. They've got a couple rooms dedicated to that.
I heard that was probably where you were going to be.
Yeah. So Crystal says it's interesting to see the evolution of Navee, and unfortunately some of those comments are floating away quickly. Michelle just joined us saying hello. Hello, Michelle. Yeah, very excited. So they had a lot of cool games and the history here. I see we already have 47 people just joining us, and I'm just clicking on the screen so we can see some of the comments come up. But yeah, that's very cool. So yeah, downstairs they've got everything from like the years 0, like the years 100, 200, and how kind of computers developed. They really have, it's kind of a nerdy guy like myself. It's my dream museum. It's so much fun in there. And what is a little frustrating is a lot of the computer history happened while I was a kid. It's not that long ago. You know, they've got PlayStation 2 there, and they've got a whole lot more, so it makes it fun as well. What do you think of when you think of computer history?
Oh man, I guess, you know, like ones and zeros and Alan Turing.
I'm thinking more so recent history, the invention of the microchip.
Oh yeah.
You know, you're thinking about Apollo moon launch and things of the sort. So that's really cool. But when we're talking about history, these guys are making history.
Yeah.
They're making history.
I think it's so cool that they chose this location.
Yes.
Not just Silicon Valley in general, but also Computer Science Museum. It lets you know what type of company, that it's so much more than just e-scooters and just mobility. It's actually a technology company at its heart, and they are really prioritizing innovation.
Yeah.
And I think one thing that I've seen is that Navee is actually reinvesting 30% of all their resources into R&D. That's really, really incredible.
Yeah.
I think some companies are you know, investing very little into the future, and that is, you know, a third of their business they are putting back into research for the future, innovation for the future, priming, refining their technology, and moving and expanding so much more into new commuting spaces.
Yeah. I saw Crystal pointed out, she used to live in Europe, did you know that? And
wow.
she stated that Navee is a huge company when it comes to scooters and e-bikes and everything in between in the European market. And folks, don't forget to click that like button. I see we have over 1,100 people watching live, so it's great to have everyone here keeping us going, keeping the energy going. And yeah, this is going to be a really big and exciting event. I cannot wait to see some of the new products. Watson just joined us. Hello, Watson. Watson is very well known with Watson's reviews. And I believe there's another influencer there. Was it Plugged In? What was it?
Unplugged in.
Just Plugged In?
Yeah.
Well, we've got some more influencers here as well, but Watson has joined us on the live stream. Thank you, Watson. We're up to 2,300 people here. 89 likes. Don't forget to click that like button. We do appreciate it.
You know what else they have here on site today? Of course, obviously we're seeing models for the future, but there are some products that we're actually getting to see up close and in personal. We've got, of course, that scooter.
Yes.
You got
the Ultra X.
Yes. UT5 Ultra X. You got to ride that earlier. It's absolutely beautiful. But they also have a really fun, smart golf bag here. We've got some friends that love to golf, and I think that they would
gonna
really
walk your stuff for you.
That's crazy.
Yes.
At CES, we got to see some of their smart luggage. I'm talking luggage that will follow you around the airport, that you can sit on, and is really, really, again, just showing you how their idea, it's like so expanded from what you would normally think of as just being like a mobility company.
Yeah.
It's not just scooters. It's anything that you can move and helps move you around and helps make your life easier. They've got a hand in it.
Well, I think it marks a day that Navee goes from being a huge brand in Asia, a huge brand in Europe, and now it's kind of this global launch where they're really tying all those pieces together, whether it's scooting down the street, which we got to do with the Ultra X, whether it is that brand new seaplane, the electric seaplane that thing is going to be incredible, but it's everything associated making it this global brand, and you're going to be seeing more and more about that intelligent mobility is what I'm talking about. And they're really a brand that has, quote unquote, no limits. There's no limit to the upside here. As batteries get more powerful, get more lightweight, we're going to see some really cool things. Think about that. 30, 40 years ago, nobody was talking about jet skis. And when jet skis really started to take off, people were like, oh, okay, jet skis are awesome. Well, this new plane, this new just over the water kind of seaplane, electric powered, fast, dynamic, and fun. When this thing truly hits the market, it's going to revolutionize that water entertainment industry, much like a jet ski did. That's my prediction.
I think you're right.
Mark my words.
I definitely think you're right. And also, like you said, motors getting more powerful, batteries getting more powerful, but also smaller at the same time. That's what is allowing these incredible electric dirt bikes, like we saw at CES, that go up to 58 miles an hour.
Yes.
That's crazy. That's so fast. I don't think I want to go that fast on a dirt bike, to be honest.
Well, I mean, dirt bikes go fast, and this will accelerate quickly as well. Now, if you think about that, all the potential use that you have for like stealth operations and quiet operations, the fact that you got this little plane that's not splashing in the water, it's running an electric, it's going to be ultra quiet if they want it to be. So there's a lot of cool potential here for something that's fast, dynamic. You could use it for work operations, you could use it for entertainment operations. It seems like I'm just very excited about the new product line.
Very fun. It looks very fun. And I'm just so excited also about that, the mobile home cube.
Yeah.
I'm really, really excited. I cannot wait to hear more in the keynote speech later. That's going to be really, really exciting.
So folks, we've been hyping this up on our Instagram at 911 Reviews. We've been posting it on our personal social media as well. And you want to guess how many people are watching in the live stream right now?
I don't know.
How many awesome super fans that we have coming all the way from around the world to hype up Navee here at the Computer History Museum in Silicon Valley. We're currently at 8,500 people watching live,
wow,
1,382 likes.
Amazing.
And yeah, Retro Robot Radio says they need those devices in the Michigan Great Lakes.
Yes.
Is this our first trip to Silicon Valley? It is mine.
Yes, we've only been to the airport here before, so this is pretty cool.
Literally looking over the campus to Google, which was super fun.
Microsoft right behind us. I think Facebook's down the street, and yeah, we're right in the middle of
tech and innovation.
Hub of tech and for the whole world. I think this is a gateway between the East and the West oftentimes, and so it's the perfect spot to celebrate a company kind of marking their global debut.
This is super exciting. So Bonnie says, hello, Amy and Adam. Hello. We got a chance to visit my Uncle Charlie last night, my Aunt Rachel. They are both just a gem. They are full of stories.
Yes.
So this has been a fun trip for us. Got a quick haircut before the live today, and I cannot wait for them to kick off kind of the presentation side of things. Now, that Ultra X, right? You want to give me the full name? I'll dyslexic mess it up.
UT5 Ultra X.
UT5 Ultra X, I believe that's correct. You guys can check us in the chat. But the UT5 Ultra X is really a cool device. I love the fact that it comes in that gold, and it's one of the items and concept models that we saw at CES 2026 this year. So that was really cool that we got to see it already, but now we're seeing even a bigger unveiling here in Silicon Valley. They had some models and some people practicing driving it. They had to kick me off of it because I was driving around the campus too much. They're like, hey, we need to practice, we're doing a presentation. And I was like, all right, you can have it back. But it was super fun, and one of the things I like about that is that it's an urban commuter, but it's also great for outdoors. So it's got the run flat tires.
Yeah, it's a really, you can take it off some really sick jumps if you wanted to.
Yeah. And this is a really fun global brand strategy event that they're going to be talking about everything they have going on here. And yeah, they've got all sorts. They've got kids scooters. You remember some of the things that they're coming out with? Aren't they doing like an RV type of?
Dirt bikes. Yeah, RV. They've got exoskeleton. They have
an exoskeleton coming up. Are you kidding me? We're living in the future.
Yeah. Some boats, some boat planes, some plane boats, all kinds of stuff.
Plane boats, boat planes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I want to say that the Navee staff here and their entire marketing teams, everyone that has been here has been so nice and so helpful, really, really hospitable, and they've put on a really fantastic, very, very well organized event. They've got beautiful signage and gorgeous decor, and you can't see behind us, but there is a gorgeous buffet. So we're definitely gonna hit up that in a little while, but they've just been super, super hospitable and really great to work with. They definitely, I hope we get to talk more with the staff later. It might not be in this live stream, but the video that we publish
Upload
next week
to 911 Studios.
Right, we'll definitely have a lot of interviews with their CTO, and that's gonna be super fun.
So the Ultra X is specifically designed for complex terrain, so that's very exciting. Watson reminds us that he got a chance to check out their booth at CES. Watson was one of the proud few that got to go to CES and got to be there for their launch event in Las Vegas. Did you know, Watson, we missed out because they also did an event at Mike Tyson's mansion, and we didn't get to go to it. I told them next year, we need to get invited to Mike Tyson's. If they're doing anything at Mike Tyson's, we need to be one of the few that are invited to that. But Watson, what what was your standout products that you got to see? Unfortunately, folks, some of the comments, I see a lot of them coming in, they kind of fade up and disappear very quickly. So if I don't catch your comment, it's not because I'm trying to be rude, it's just they move through quickly. But yeah, what products, Watson, and what were your big items? We have, looks like you can get an extra clip and hold your phone on the handlebars. Yeah, there's a lot of fun things that they're innovating, and I think that's a sign that with this brand, they're thinking about the little things. They're thinking about, is there a place for your phone? Oh, is this a wide enough base to where you're not going to tip over? Oh, are the tires, if you run over a nail, are they going to be flat? No, because they're solid. There's a lot of cool things, and they're thinking about everything.
You know what my favorite thing about my Navee scooter at home is?
No.
It has really fun lights, and I know that sounds silly, but you know, I've tested out a lot of scooters, and I love my Navee scooter for its superior suspension. I think it's the easiest, smoothest ride. I'm not somebody who really wants to take it off jumps or go off-roading necessarily, but I know that that scooter is great for that. It also will take you across city streets or sidewalks with no problem as well. But my favorite thing, again, is those little things, like the little details, making it cute and fun and having great lights, even like having the super cool gold-looking scooter with the UT5 Ultra X. But all of their models have those little details that really tell you that someone is thinking about everything, from not just a technology aspect, but also for a design and a user experience aspect.
Yeah. So the Wavefly 5X, very cool. And Watson is telling us that he loved the e-bikes. Those e-bikes, taking them off some sweet jumps would be fun as well.
The dirt bikes?
Yes, the dirt bikes, I should state specifically. Those dirt bikes are super fun. It makes a lot of sense to go electric on those bikes.
Ooh, they're wheeling it out. I think they're getting ready.
Oh yeah, they're showing it off.
Yeah.
Maybe in a moment we'll see if we can walk over and show off that Ultra X. We'll move around a little bit. The crowd is kind of, we're in front of the auditorium, so the crowd is kind of pouring into the auditorium. You can hear them kind of directing people and things right now. So we're gonna go in there and check that out in a moment. But the Ultra X, we just went by. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's one of the cooler looking bikes on the planet. Yeah, this is an exciting opportunity. Thank you, Bonnie. So yeah, Amy, what are you most excited about this year when it comes to land, sea, and air, no limits? Yeah.
Well, so I have two things.
Yes.
First, I'm very, very excited to learn more about their mobile cube, like mobile home RV situation. I have only kind of heard it's a concept, it's still in the works, it's still being innovated, but as somebody who's always fancied kind of the tiny home life or the van life, I'm very, very interested in just learning more about that, and I can't wait to see what Navee has come up with. Second thing probably that I would actually use more realistically is that smart luggage.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely am excited for the smart luggage as well.
All right, so we're up to about 10,000 people watching live. So and I think maybe Ryan joined us. Ryan is a regular in our live streams.
Hey, Ryan.
We do a weekly live stream. Watson says, will the products and concept models from CES be shown at today's event? Yes, they will. Yes, they will. And yeah, this is very cool. So let's see, it makes sense to go electric on those bikes in the woods. Yeah, if you think about it, gas, if you have a gas engine underneath you, how many times have you burned yourself if you're a dirt bike rider, whether it's on the muffler, on the engine, any part of it, on the exhaust pipe? We've all have a burn at some point in our lives from riding something like that. The electric vehicles, you don't have that issue. You can make them waterproof, you can make them long-lasting, charge quickly, just a lot of cool things you can't do with those gas-powered, and the acceleration is instant.
So much quieter.
Yeah,
So
you
much
can get
quieter.
hearing loss.
Yes.
Don't forget about that. So we're up to 12,000 people, and I do want you, should we go look at the Ultra X? It's sitting over there. I'm gonna risk moving the Wi-Fi around. Should we go look at it?
I think we should.
I think it's out there. So Amy, if you will grab our external lights, and we're gonna go ahead and walk into check out the Ultra X right over here, right? So that's super exciting. I cannot wait to show this off. Wow, very, very cool. So we've got it right here next to us. See if we can show that off. How cool is this product right here? Now, One of the things they've done great on this, I'm going to see if I can make sure I'm in frame here, but one of the things they've done great here, they put your brake lights, your turn signals, they've gone ahead in an impressive dual suspension, reflectors. It's an ultra-wide design, and on top of all of that, they've got, like I said, the solid tires to where you don't have to worry about the pneumatic tires running flat, anything like that. It takes a fast charge as well. I love the fact you got the different modes for speed, including an eco mode that increases your distance. It will fold up easily to where you can take it in the back of Amy's Jeep. And overall, just a beautiful design. You've got the thumb throttle to where you can throttle it up and you never have to worry about it. On top of that, a large LED screen. I'm gonna let you jump in for a second. They're about to start.
Yeah, so
okay, I'm gonna let you jump in for a sec.
So I think we are about to get started. We're getting very excited. I know our kickoff time is supposed to be 2:30 for the presentation inside. We're gonna get to see some really cool stuff, some really, really fantastic new products, ones that are available right now and ones that will be available sometime in the future. Today is not so much about talking about specific products and specific specs. We are just trying to introduce the brand to a global audience and really hype what they are doing and get you guys excited as we are for this expansion with no limits into so many different markets and kind of moving from being known as an e-mobility brand into something that is land, sea, air, and expanding in all different directions.
Okay, with that being said, let's wait until we hear them start to talk in there so our audience isn't just sitting waiting for it to start. So we will move you in as soon as we start hearing you talk. While we do that, I want to give you an up close on this fantastic, very cool device here. Check out the front end. Now we're talking 43 miles per hour. That is an impressive speed. 70 kilometers an hour for max speed. 2,400 watts times 2. So it's got the dual motors, and it'll climb at a 46% slope. It's supercar inspired, aerodynamic, redefining race grade electric performance. It's possibly the coolest thing I've ever seen, and I know it's going to be one of the coolest things that you've had a chance to check out as well. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead. They put the big LED lights up top to make sure that it is ultra safe for your off-roading. And with those LED lights, they're very energy efficient. You've got the caliper brakes, just like a bicycle, the front and rear brakes. And yeah, I had a chance to ride this indoors. I had no problem at all. I love the fact that this will go fast, but if you just want to ride it slow, you can do it safely and efficiently as well. Amy, can you believe that we have 14,000 people watching in the live stream? Isn't that impressive?
Should we show everyone where we're at while we're waiting and just kind of like give them a quick, I don't know, just give kind of a quick like.
Okay, we'll give the 360.
Yeah.
So we're upstairs at the Computer History Museum, and that is just a cool place to be. Some of your biggest tech brands have presented here. I actually went downstairs and there's a series of robots filming a commercial. I don't know who the commercial's for, but they were just robot dogs filming a commercial.
That's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, and this is a very exciting place to be. They're really kicking it off with a cool event. The new product launch event, again, January 23rd, 2026, in case you're watching this in the future. But yeah, a very cool event. We were lucky enough to secure an invite. And yeah, they've just got so many cool products coming out.
Absolutely.
And so many products already in the product line. So in the pipeline, cool stuff, and stuff already out hitting the market is cool too.
Navee chose the perfect location again for this event. Even our hotel is almost computer themed. I think there's a picture of Alan Turing over our bed. There's like a concept modern art picture of a computer mouse, and an app controls everything in the hotel room. Like to get an extra pillow or change your lights or music, it's all app controlled. So it's just a super, super tech hub.
Yes.
There's so much innovation, so much forward thinking going on in this particular location. So choosing this to introduce themselves to a global stage, was just poetic, in my opinion. Really, really smart, very intentional, just like all of Navee's designs.
Absolutely. So what a fantastic day, what a great opportunity for us. I hope we get a chance to meet some very cool people today. I know it was the CEO we got to talk to earlier. He's presenting today. He'll probably, on our recorded video that we're publishing in about a week, I think it's gonna air on the 30th, he's gonna be part of that. And yeah, what a cool event. You guys, I thank you all for joining us. They said, Robert says they need a sales book to things to come, of things to come.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, very cool. Folks, if you haven't already, go ahead and click that like button for Amy's channel. Go ahead and click the subscribe button as well. We do appreciate that. And what a fun day. I see Retro Robot Radio says that it's looking great there. Yeah, Retro, you would love it. They've got a whole section for retro computing, and that's what he has done a lot of his computing on.
Yeah, for sure.
There's some Commodore 64s, some 128s. I enjoyed looking at the archive of NES, PlayStation 2. They've got everything from IBM computers from the past. They've got some example computers that are as big as your house.
Wow, that is pretty exciting how far we've come.
Wow. Yeah, I can't wait to see what the future has with AI, their apps and everything associated with it. This is a brand that can't be beat when it comes to style, sophistication, and performance. So folks, yeah, go ahead and say hello if you're in the chat. We always appreciate all the fans and all the friends we have and all the family we have that joins us for all of our live streams. We don't do as many live streams on Amy's channel, but the fans have been begging for this. They've been talking about it, they've been hyping it up. They've kind of been spamming you with when is it, when is it, when is it?
We're very excited to be here.
Yeah.
Speaking of apps, Navee also has a great app for all of their mobility. And I think that's a fun way to lock your scooter for security, to change the lights, to switch into eco mode, and even kind of jailbreak and get into those faster, you know, if you want a scooter that goes really, really fast, you can control that all on their smart apps as well.
You know who just joined us in the live stream and left a comment?
Who?
Midhet.
Oh,
hello,
wow.
Midhet. Yeah,
Hello,
that's
Midhet.
great to see you. Let's see. And Fifi's here saying hello as well.
Hi.
Two of our favorites. Fifi is a northern Michigan. Go ahead and leave a comment below, folks. Some of the locations in the United States or worldwide, where are you watching from? Because this is a global brand.
Yeah.
And that makes it super fun.
Have people from all over for sure.
Yeah.
How are you guys holding up in Michigan? I heard it's supposed to be cold this week.
I know we got a few Michigan viewers out there.
Yeah.
Fifi's one of our Michigan contingent.
I guess it's supposed to be cold everywhere. I think like 40 states are getting snow.
Woo, nice.
I think hopefully we're safe for our flight. If it's just
We got a weather warning for our flight back home tomorrow, but I hope that San Francisco to Florida is not going to be snowed in.
ready.
All right, they are
to
ready.
go.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and bring it in. If you hear me cut out, and that will be because we are letting them talk. Turn that around. All right, folks. Very, very exciting here. Let's see if we can get a good spot here for their live presentation. And as they get started, you'll hear me fade out a little bit, Amy fade out, and we'll let them do what they're doing. So what a cool look.
I'm gonna go grab our bags.
Okay, Amy's grabbing her stuff. Remember, you're mic'd up. Folks, how cool is this? Navee No Limits, the global launch event, Silicon Valley 2026. Right outside Microsoft, Google, all the big tech brands. Very excited. I want to see, maybe we can sneak over here. Maybe we can sneak over. But I'm going to show you that Wavefly, I think was the name. I want to show you. They've got the demo print right here. How cool is that? How cool is that, folks? They're going to talk all about it. Is that not the coolest thing? We're up to 16,000 people watching live is the number I see. So how cool is that? And yeah, they've got the lighting, they got the theme music, they got everything going. Yeah, I know, I can't wait to hear about it either. So much cool stuff going on. Ryan, you're gonna love it. It is a standout color, folks. The thing pops. Such a cool event. Let's see if I can go ahead. I know they're kind of waving everyone in, saying it's time to get started. I'm super excited about it. Oh, I can now scroll through some of the comments. Oh, is that Amy's head right in front of us? Hello, Amy. And yeah, how cool is that? So yeah, a tremendous brand. I'm getting excited. They're going to unveil some stuff that you're going to want to see. I want to thank Caprice for joining us, Bonnie, Ryan, Midhat, Michelle, Watson, Crystal, and the crew. I know a lot of people watch and they don't leave comments, and that's fine too. But boy, we do appreciate all the love and support that you're giving us. Again, folks, go ahead and click that subscribe button. We do appreciate it. And as soon as they start talking, I'll go ahead and fade out. We're up to 17,000 people watching live. 17,800 is the number I'm seeing on my screen. 2,500 likes. This is a big event. Big event, folks. But no, it's funny. Amy, whenever she tests one of these scooters, she isn't as adventurous as, say, Watson and myself. So I'm always the one who gets to take them off all the sweet jumps. Watson says they're the #1 fastest growing e-scooter company in Europe. Yeah, no, they're e-bikes, they're e-scooters, everything in between, wildly popular. They are the cream of the crop when it comes to performance. Yeah, Retro Robot Radio, thank you for joining us. Retro. You would love this computer history music. All right, folks, we're up to 17,000 people watching live. One of the biggest brand events that we've seen in years. Very exciting. Yeah, we're about to kick off. Oh, thank you. The microphone did fade out there for a while. Sorry about that, I did move it off. Let me go ahead and put that back on. What a cool event, folks. So this company has been around for quite a while. Very well known in China, huge in Europe. And they're really becoming this global brand when it comes to land, sea, and of course air. And yeah, nothing could be better. I'm gonna give you a quick look around the room so you can see here's their cameras set up. I don't know why I always like to show the behind the scenes and the other cameras set up and things. I always like to get those pictures. Maybe Amy would get behind me and show me talking on camera, get a picture of me that we can use for vertical. Or in front of the camera, that's fine too. But yeah, that's really exciting. What a fun brand event. And looks like they're about to kick off, so I will fade out and let you take over.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today here at the Computer History Museum for Navee's Strategic Brand Launch event. We're so thrilled to have so many friends of Navee and fans and members of the media joining us today to share this important new chapter for Navee. This place, Silicon Valley, the Computer History Museum especially, it's more than just a location. It represents innovation and bold thinking, which is what is driving Navee's next evolution. Today's event, we're going to walk you through Navee's brand vision, our strategic direction, and several new products that reflect how we see the future of intelligent outdoor mobility. We'll also have a time for an interactive media session, as well as some light refreshments at the end. So to begin, I would like to invite Polo Huang, Vice President of Navee, to share Navee's brand story, our strategic evolution, and what this chapter means for the company. So please join me in welcoming Polo Huang.
Thank you all for joining us at today's Navee 2026 Global Launch event. This place, the Computer History Museum, means a lot to us, because this museum has witnessed a lot of great innovations and and the revolutions of human society. So today, Navee also trying to make our own revolution here. Before we start, let's take a look at humanity's 4 times mobility revolution. First revolution, we invented the wheels to free us from our limits on body strength. In the second revolution, the steam engine powered the whole industrial age. For the third revolution, cars and airplanes gave us personal travel freedom. Right now, it's the 4th generation, right? The electrification makes the vehicles moving much faster and smarter than before. Here now, Navee, taking us entering the 5th revolution of mobility. We call it intelligent mobility. Autonomous, seamless movement across every different physical domain. So this is the future Navee is building. At Navee, everything starts from our mission. Move for more and more for move. More possibilities for where you go and how you get there. Because we believe your opportunities should never be limited by mobility. Imagine a world where mobility has no limits. On the road, on the water, and even in the air. No limit is our vision. So here's how we bring it to real life. Today, we are redefining what is possible for human movement. Believing in no limits is easy. What really matters is we are willing to invest in year after year. At Navee, innovation is not just a one-time breakthrough, it's a long-term commitment. That's the reason why we continue to invest heavily in research and development. But we know investment alone is not enough. Every idea, every design, every single component of our products has to be proven long before it reaches our consumers. That's why Navee products go through extensive lab testing and validation before launch. And we keep investing and testing. Something powerful happens. We don't just improve products, we innovate existing technologies. Over the last few years, Navee has a strong portfolio of new technologies and global patents. So the numbers here don't tell the full story. Because Navee doesn't just compete, we lead. And the market has responded. Navee is one of the fastest growing brands in mobility industry for 3 consecutive years. And we are also top 3 brands for scooter in European market. Today, Navee is presenting in over 60 plus countries and areas in the world. In 2025 year alone, we achieved over 321% revenue growth. However, our proudest moments are not measured by the specs or numbers we have. They are measured by our users' daily life, how they feel, and how confidently when they ride. So here are some short clips of our users' daily life. Let's take a look.
Who does this guy think he is? Alright, boys, show me some tricks, dude. Whoa, dude.
So that's their daily life. So with scooter or our products, they can do whatever they want. They can innovate their own ideas. So when we say no limits, we mean it. No limits to where you go, no limits to what you expect, and even no limits to what mobility can be. So here, let's continue our journey with Navee's latest technologies. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Paul Polo, for sharing more about Navee's vision and strategic direction. Now for the part I know you all are very excited to see, a bit of a peek behind the curtain for some of the products that Navee has been working on. To introduce this section, I'd like to invite Clark Huang, head of Go-to-Market, to the stage. Welcome, Clark. Also, I'm going to encourage you all to make sure you pay special attention. We might have a bit of a pop quiz at the end with special prizes. So, welcome, Clark.
Thank you. Okay, so time to show. This is Clark, your favorite GTM from Navee. Yeah. Sorry. So as you know, the Navee has launched the premium scooters, off-road dirt bike, and smart auto follow me golf push cart. So from riding to play, from road to golf course, Navee keeps navigating the age of mobility. But next, we will enter the space between the sky and water. So that's it. We will fly 5X. Let's watch your video firstly. Yeah, it's awesome, right? The video is took by an actual sample. I like to drive it very much. Okay, so how about the specification? Top speed, 53 miles per hour, and max range, 50 miles. But if fly, the single flight can last up to 70 minutes. So I think you will have some question. Why? The run range only 50 miles, but time is 70 minutes. Because when flying, the air resistance is much lower than water. So when you fly, the power consumption will be lower, so the time is much higher. And max payload is over 300 pounds, so it can support 1 or 2 people to enjoy the thrill of flight at one time. Ships requires water to sail, and planes need runway to take off. But we fly 5X will break both of these limits. It can navigate on water like a boat, but also take off directly for altitude flight. No need of runway and no need of airport. Due to its low center of gravity design, it won't capsize from waves when floating on water. And when taking off, it has left the surface of water, so of course, it won't be affected by waves. So, stability is at its core. Unlike traditional gas-powered products, it features Navee Quick Swap Battery Pack, enabling extended run range. That means each energy refill will be several times faster than the traditional refueling. We fly, leaping between sky and water. This marks Navee's debut in bringing imagination to reality, and the first generation of future expanded human mobility. Pre-orders are now open on Navee official stores, so if you have any interest, you can log in and check the correct contact info. We will provide the one-on-one service to proposal and order. Except the ground effect vehicle will also go higher. Navee Evoto, a single-seat high-altitude aircraft, equipped with aerodynamics, electric drive, and AI assistant. This is Silicon Valley, 92% of resistance commute by cars, so making the traffic jams as a daily occurrence. You can imagine, if you drive a Navee Evoto, you can soar above all the grid-locked vehicles on the road. Save your time, saving open space and enjoying freedom. Okay, about 2 products are created about flight. But next, we want to bring you a mobile home. the Navee Space Cube, the ROE from the future, offering expansive space, self-sustaining energy, and AI assistant. Yeah, Space Cube provides users with two using modes, moving and camping. When we need to set up a camp, the Space Cube can expand into a duplex apartment, reaching nearly 300 square feet in size, transforming RV into a real home, not only a truck. Equipped with a solar power generation system, it can generate 15 kilowatt hours and electricity solely from sunlight after deployment, sufficient for a 4 day's needs. And also features a high-capacity battery pack to collect and store the excess power, providing enough energy for a week use once fully charged. Additionally, a fuel power generator is included as a backup, so if no sun, you can use gas. When moving, the AI assistant provides power assist, helping users steer easily and reducing the vehicle load. When camping, the AI assistant offers ground leveling to match all terrains. Additionally, the AI assistant can manage all home appliances, delivering the most convenience to users. So as a conclusion, travel with Navee. Enjoy a life of comfort. Okay, I think that's all about my part. Do you like it?
Woo!
Yeah, you like it? Ah, thank you. Now I can hand over the mic.
Thank you, Clark. That was very exciting. Yes, I can just imagine the Wavefly X flying over Lake Tahoe or even the Space Cube out in Joshua Tree. So we are going to take a bit of a break for a quick pop quiz. And so I have a couple questions that I would like to ask. We, as a prize, there are $300 Navee coupons. And so if you get the question right, you will be the winner of one of those coupons. So be sure to raise your hand quickly if you know the answer. The first question is, where does the Navee Wavefly X take off from?
Anywhere. You know, off water.
There you go, yes, off of water, yes.
Woo!
Great job, okay. And how many people can the Wavefly X carry? Two, yes, you gotta raise your hand, sorry, all right. Well, it's almost a tie, okay. And we're gonna pivot a little bit to talk about the Space Cube. So how does the Space Cube charge, using what kind of technology?
Solar.
Solar, okay. Well, in the white hat, I think I saw your hand up first. Yes, there you go. So Scarlett here in the pink has your $300 coupon for Navee, so be sure to find her for your prize. I think we have you sir in the back in the white hat, and we'll say here up in the front. Great, wonderful. So next we're going to introduce a product line built around Navee's AI platform. These products explore how AI can create more intuitive, intelligent outdoor mobility experiences. And for that we have Mauricio Magellan, Sales Manager, to walk us through this portion. So please welcome Mauricio.
Thank you, guys. Living on the move is one thing. Powering your life on the move is another. Traditional batteries fall short. They don't offer power on the go. They're hard to charge and offer limited functionality. That's why we built Mobi Energy, a robotic energy assistant that moves with you. It solves three core challenges. First, mobility. It follows you automatically and delivers power wherever you need it. Second, charging efficiency. Panels they auto-adjust to optimize solar power, so they follow the sun, so you don't have to worry about making sure you're being as efficient as you can. And third, and I think this is the most obvious feature, is the robotic arm. It carries and handles gear alongside you. Think of it as an extra pair of hands everywhere you go. Power that moves with you. Just imagine what you could do. This isn't just a battery, it's your mobile energy companion. Mobile energy powers your devices, but what about powering people? That's where exoskeletons come in. So why haven't exoskeletons made it to everyday life? They're complicated, they're bulky, and they're for domestic use. That changes today. Meet Navee ExoFit, an AI-adapted exoskeleton for everyone. It's built around 3 breakthroughs: instant adaptation, terrain intelligence, and seamless integration. It adapts instantly. AI calibration means that in just 5 minutes, it learns how you move and what your body needs. Then there's Navee Terrain Intelligence. It analyzes the ground around you and adjusts automatically. No more switching, no guesswork. You move, it adapts. Navee ExoFit is more than power. It's lightweight, built to move with you. So far, we've talked about what mobility of the future looks like. Now let me show you what mobility solutions are available today, like our Eagle FX1. The F1-inspired push cart making every round of golf feel effortless. How many golf players do we have here?
Woo!
I see a few hands. All right, you're gonna like this one. Now the game changer. Auto Smart Follow, powered by AI Vision. We're the first to put AI Vision in electric golf caddies. The F1 locks on to you. It doesn't just track a signal, it can see you with its embedded cameras. And here's the cool part. Every single hand gesture tells it to start following, or you can use your voice to start or stop. Totally hands-free. And it's not just following you, it's smart enough to avoid obstacles too. And to help you play smarter, the F1X also knows over 40,000 golf courses. On its touchscreen, you can choose your distance to the green, spot hazards, and see exactly how far you are from the next hole. And if you want the cart to go somewhere on its own, it's got you covered. With GPS navigation, just pick a spot on the touchscreen, and the F1X will head there automatically. It's smart, it's precise, it's effortless. Plus, this cart is designed to be compact. Weighing only 33 pounds, including the battery, it's lightweight, enough for anyone to manage. And when you're done for the day, just fold it with one touch. Convenience meets performance. The Eagle F1X packs all these features: AI follow, smart control, obstacle avoidance, and 40,000 courses, and more packed into one sleek cart. And that's the F1X, a smart, sleek, next-gen golf cart. Ready for the course, ready for fun. Thank you, guys.
Great, thank you, Mauricio. Well, that concludes the presentation part of today's event. Thank you all for joining us, and we invite you to stick around for some media interaction with the products, also some light refreshments. And as a thank you for your time and joining us this afternoon, we have $100 coupons for Navee products for each of you. Please again make sure that you find Scarlett in the pink. Make sure she has your email address, and we will get that into your inbox. So yes, enjoy the rest of the afternoon, and we look forward to continuing the conversation. Have a great day.
All right, folks, that was fun. Let's move to the back of the hall here, and we will start to wrap things up. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been a great, super fun presentation. Very happy to have Navee here. Glad to be part of this. I'm gonna move away from the speakers real quick. Maybe we can show this Ultra X off one last time. I tell you what, this is such a cool device. You guys gonna be riding it? You gonna be showing off riding?
Just riding it?
Yeah, is that okay? All right, we're gonna show off some riding real quick. What if, are you gonna be showing it off?
So I'm.
And we're live, so you're welcome. Are you gonna be riding? Wonderful. So she's going to be showing it off. Do you want to try it right now? Folks, we're going to get some demonstration of actual riding here. Our performance rider. This is fun. She was practicing early this afternoon. I think this may be one of her first rides here. But if there's any scooter to have a first time with, it's this one. And look at this. What a great and fun device. Super fun. I saw Andrew from Freshly Charged riding it earlier. Yeah, so make sure to check out his YouTube channel, right? Freshly Charged, is that correct?
That's correct.
And I think I saw him do a sweet jump and then take it down some stairs. He is quite the acrobat there, folks. But yeah, very cool. So, folks, again, thank you. We're gonna wrap this up in the next 5 minutes, get a full hour in. But what a fun scooter to check out. What a fun brand. And yeah, there's nothing better than Navee scooters. Amy, did you have a good time? I think your microphone's back on.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
I just took it off for the presentation, but yeah, we are having such a fun time, and I'm hoping that after we wrap this up in a few moments here, we're going to get a chance to talk to Polo, I believe. He's going to give us a little bit more insight and tell us some more about what we can look forward to in the future, because I know there's a lot of really big and exciting things coming. So thank you guys again for joining us, and I hope that you'll check out our video coming next week that I know is going to have a little bit more detail, insight, behind the scenes, interviews, and all of that kind of stuff.
Fantastic. Yeah, I know Polo, and maybe we'll even get to talk to Clark, the second speaker.
It's so fun.
The things that he talked about blew my mind. The things they have coming out were pretty darn impressive.
Yeah. I was giving him like the woo, you know.
Yeah, you're rooting him on?
Yeah.
Why don't you join me on this side? We'll have
All
the scooter going in the background as we wrap this up, because that is so cool. Andrew, did you have anything you wanted to say real quick? Yeah, join us if you like. I'm going to hand him my microphone. Freshly Charged, we have Andrew here. So yeah, why don't you give a quick plug? I'll just hold it here and pick us both up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why don't you give a quick plug to your YouTube channel? I know you're here to test out the Ultra X and whatnot, right?
Yeah, the Ultra X, and I'm excited for what Navee is bringing to the table. For me, you know, they're just notoriously known for an electric scooter brand, but the fact that they're moving into other devices is really an amazing time for them. It's a exciting time for us as reviewers that we get to check out such cool technology. So
yeah, they're moving into land, sea, and air, becoming a globally known brand.
The golf guy just
you
following
want to show off?
everybody around.
And that's cool. The golf guy
right?
is navigating itself. I don't think when I saw it at CES, I didn't realize that it was self-driving. I didn't realize it would take you to the next spot on the golf course, which is really smart, that it's using GPS and its own navigation system to meet you at the next hole.
Yeah.
So you don't have to push it behind. You press a button, you're going to the next hole, and it's there waiting for you.
yeah, that it's voice controlled and hand controlled as well, and apparently you can also use it for a map system, so you can see the distance between things. So almost like
40,000 golf
a AI
courses.
caddy as well.
Yeah. I don't golf, but that makes me want to
Let's see if I'm going to move out of the way just so we can show it off. How cool is that? But yeah, it's coming to get us. Completely remote controlled. That is the coolest thing we've ever seen right there. I'm gonna bring the camera down. I'm gonna bring the camera down to check it out.
That is
Folks,
so
how
cool.
incredible is that? It's a self-driving golf cart. Gonna take your caddy. It's gonna be your caddy. It's gonna take your balls and your clubs. That's really cool. Well, I want to thank Andrew for joining us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Freshly Charged, folks on YouTube. Go ahead and check him out. Of course, Shopping with Amy and 911 Studios. We do appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, wow, how cool is that? So much fun things. I love the fact that they're future of AI.
Yeah, I think people are coming to
That's fine.
do stuff, so they should move.
All right, folks, we're going to go ahead. We're going to wrap this up. Thanks for joining us, and well, we appreciate you, but adios, amigos. Thanks again. Folks, we appreciate